The end of the year is approaching us very quickly, a year that has been great for gaming. 2022, you were alright, but 2023, oh my goodness, you just keep on giving. Because the year is nearly over now, everybody's trying to decide on their Game of the Year. Steam had their autumn sale, where you can nominate your favorite games for the Steam Awards. Backlog has started their Game of the Year event. Users can vote on whichever game they want to win for all of these different categories. And the Game Awards have already happened by the time this comes out. But does anybody else feel like the end of the year has snuck up on them? Like, whoa, slow down a bit, buddy. I'm not ready to choose my favorite game yet. It feels way too soon for me to decide on a game. I feel like I have only touched the tip of the iceberg in terms of the amount of games that 2023 has given us. There are so many games that I simply haven't had the chance to play yet. I was thinking about making a top 10 games of 2023 video, or something in that vein, but I don't feel like I can. I guess I wouldn't feel right because I know that there are so many games I want to play, but just haven't yet. And every one of those games I haven't played does have the potential to be my game of the year. I can't play every game, and it's because of this that I feel ill-prepared to select the best one of the year. Let me say one more time, there were a lot of games, and I played quite a few of them. I counted 22, but I've probably forgotten a couple. I played some bangers this year. Hi-Fi Rush, Strawberry Jam, Homebody, Lies of P, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, Starfield. Just kidding. And all of these other games too. I gave quite a lot of games 4.5 stars. I think that maybe I've become more harsh with my ratings, and that I started marking games down for flaws which I probably would have overlooked in the past. In any case, I have only given one 2023 release a 5-star rating. Hi-Fi Rush. What an awesome game. I didn't have any issues with it at all. It's really fun, it's presented super well. Technically, it would be my game of the year so far. It is the best game I've played, and with only a fortnight left in the year, there may be nothing else that takes that crown. It's a great game, but I just don't feel right calling it my game of the year at the moment. I find it difficult to justify choosing something as my number one when I know there are so many good games I haven't tried yet that could be better. Obviously, I can't tell how I'm going to react to something that I haven't tried yet, but I've heard really good things. The amount of hype and critical acclaim that I've seen around certain games makes me really excited. For instance, Alan Wake 2 I can't wait to play. From the tiny bits that I've seen online, it looks super cool and it has such good reviews. I really want to play it. Slight issue, I'm still only halfway through Alan Wake 1. I haven't managed to beat that game yet, so I won't be playing the sequel until probably sometime next year. Baldur's Gate 3, one of the biggest releases of the year, one of the biggest RPGs ever. Again, insanely good reviews. We've all heard everybody rave about this game and how amazing it is, how large and deep the world is. It's the second coming of Christ. I just haven't actually played it yet. No real reason beside the fact that it was expensive, and starting a game that large is a pretty big commitment. But I am definitely going to play it, just not this year. From what I've heard and seen of these games, I think that I will really like both of them, and they could both potentially be Game of the Year contenders. I don't want to overhype anything. I know that I should manage my excitement when I play them, so I'm not disappointed from having my expectations too high. But I'm really excited. I'm not going to play either of these games this year, so does that mean that Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 can't be my game of the year? Does a game of the year have to be the best game that released this year that I also played before the year ended? I could just talk forever about the massive amount of new releases that I want to play. I was looking through my wishlist recently and I saw 3 new indie games that were all short-ish in length. I said, okay, let me try and play these before the year ends. Any of them could end up being my game of the year. Not Pizza Tower though, I didn't like it at all, I refunded that shit. But even if I played those 3 games before the end of the year, I won't have come close to the amount of total games on my wishlist from this year. So I've been dipping my toes into a few different games. I started Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood and Amnesia the Bunker. They're both amazing, really promising games that I'm excited to keep playing. When I finish those, maybe they'll be my game of the year, maybe they won't. But still, there are just too many games. Oh boo-hoo, my game opinions. You've got too many games to play. What a shame. Yeah, I won't be able to play Talos Principle 2 before the end of the year, so I guess that can't be my game of the year either. My life is so hard. Not that the official Game Awards actually mean anything, but of the 6 Game of the Year nominees, the supposed biggest and bestest games to come out in the year, I've only played and finished one of them, which means that if I voted, I would pick Resident Evil 4 Remake. But that's not really fair to the other 5 games, is it? I don't actually know if Resident Evil 4 is the best. In fact, it probably isn't, but it's just the one that I actually got around to playing. Does that mean I shouldn't vote because I didn't finish all the nominees? It's not fair? No, because the jury doesn't have to finish all the nominees either. The Game Awards has a jury of 100 media outlets. Each one of these companies holds a ballot among their editorial staff, which decides the company's official vote for Game of the Year, or any of the other categories. Do you think every member of staff at every one of these 100 companies around the globe has played every one of those games? No, dude, they just pick their favorite of like the 2 or 3 that they actually played. So everybody's voting will be biased one way or another, just like us. Because, just like me, not everybody has played everything. It's impossible. I don't really have a way to wrap this video up with a bow and a card, but I guess what I'm saying is that the concept of Game of the Year is all semantics. There will never be an actual, official Game of the Year. Nobody's opinion is worth more than anybody else's, so there will never be one game that is universally chosen. My favorite game from 2023 is probably Hi-Fi Rush, but in a few months I might try Baldur's Gate, decide that it's better, and then that would be my Game of the Year. Maybe 3 years in the future, I'll try Super Mario Wonder, and somehow like it more than any of these games, and then that would be my 2023 Game of the Year. I don't know, maybe the title is just meaningless? Do award shows only exist to advertise new products to consumers? It kinda felt like that this year, when they would cut the award speech off after 10 seconds, and then play a 2-minute ad for LEGO Fortnite. I feel like awarding something with Game of the Year is a bit strange. To choose a favorite game that released in a certain year, before the year is even over and you've had the chance to try most of the games. There's always a possibility that something better came out and you missed it. Our Game of the Year runs the risk of changing at any moment after the year has ended. Check back in with me in 5 years and maybe I'll have a concrete answer for you. Because everybody likes different things, and everybody has played different things. We all have different biases when it comes to choosing the top dog. My Game of the Year will be different to yours, which will be different to your friends, which will be different to IGN's, to GameSpot's, to Polygon's. But everybody's choice is valid. I guess it doesn't really matter that I can't decide on a Game of the Year. It just means that we were spoiled this year, and now I have a bunch of good games that I can look forward to playing in the future. And if you want to watch some more videos of mine where I talk about the games I beat each month, along with some other perks, you should check out my Patreon. I upload a video over there every month. The link is in the description and on screen now. Thank you to my patrons for supporting the channel: Swag Froggy, Liam Blackford, Nino Lover, and Nate H. If you liked hearing me yap about video games, and you want to hear me talk some more about video games in the future, then consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.